Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is John D. Dominici. Yeah! So John says that he is rooting for the Lady Vets. I totally agree with you. They're coming in strong. But what the hell is going on with Ika and Cass? I mean, right? It's a lot. But anyway, thank you so much for your support. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day like John, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so where are we? Right? Where are we right now? Well, yesterday Dylan used the power veto on himself and Dallas was named as the replacement nominee. And there was some drama because Dallas decided that he was going to make this big show of things. He decided to call out Dylan during the power veto ceremony to distance himself from Dylan. And he was all like, I'm never working with him again. All right, you hear me? I'm not going to do it. So there was some drama after that. If you want to hear more about it, check out yesterday's spoiler. And then come back here. Okay, so then the feeds were down for much of yesterday afternoon. Apparently they had some sort of plumbing issue. You don't want shit around the house, literally. So then they also seem to have had some sort of task. When the feeds came back, Cass and Dre were getting all dressed up, all fancy. So they won some sort of special dinner. And the others have to clean up the house. That sucks. And serve them. So serve them and clean up the house. Boo! Alright. So there was a lot of gaming going on as they were getting ready for this dinner. First of all, Netta, Cindy, and Kevin were talking, and they all agree that they're voting out Dallas this week. So, like, anything that they were saying to Dallas and Ika and Cass and all them before, they're pretty much just placating them. They were thinking all along, like, we're getting rid of Dallas. He's got to go. So then Ika comes over, and she agrees with them. She's like, yeah, we're getting rid of Dallas. I swore on my children that I'm going to stick with this alliance of 6, so this is it. So then she's like, we need to think of it like this. We're not sending a vet home. We're sending home one of Cassandra's soldiers. What the actual F is happening? Because just before this freaking feeds being down plumbing shit issue, Ika was all, we gotta save Dallas. We need him. We can't be getting rid of vets. She has done a complete 180. What? Okay, so then she's telling all these other people. So she knows that Dre is going to this dinner with Cass. So she tells Dre, don't trust Cass. She's the devil. But then she says, I'm the bigger devil. What is happening? Then Ika was talking to Gary, and she's like, I don't want to work with Cass anymore. That girl is losing her mind, and she's dragging my game down. So Gary's like, yeah, that makes sense. But we know that Gary's actually really tight with Cass, but he's keeping that on the down low. So he's like, yeah, you go ahead and you distance yourself from Cass. And Gary is happy that Ike is finally seeing the light. He does not want to stick out his neck for somebody like Dallas, who can't really help him out this early in the game. So he's like, finally, like, you see what I was talking about before. Alright, meanwhile, Emily is hitting the campaign trail. She was making a pitch to Dre and Jackie in the pink room, and she's telling them, look guys, I'm a newbie just like you. Dallas is a vet. He's got to go, or they're going to just keep picking off newbies. We've had 2 newbie HOHs so far, and wouldn't that be really sad if they both get rid of newbies? Yeah, I think so. So she's like, all right, I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit here. If you keep me and I win HOH, I'm going to go after the vets. She is like, Ika is, you know, running shit right now. I would put up her and Kevin or Ika and Cindy. Because those vets are way too comfortable right now. We need to change this game up. So she's saying, you know, even if I don't win HOH, if Dylan wins, I can probably get him to do the same thing. So the girls are like, wait, what? You're going for Ika? They're like worried that this is too big of a move to go for Ika. They're like, I don't know if you can get that done, and then you're putting yourself in danger. So they're just like, I don't know. So they promised their votes already to Dimitri. They told him, Minnie, please, it's distracting. They told, what's her face? Emily, that they already promised Dimitri that they will vote however he wants. They're like, you should go talk to Dimitri. Alright, so then Dallas is also getting his campaign on. Kevin and Bruno are telling him that he has their votes. They're lying! okay? Just before that, they were saying to each other, we're voting out Dallas. Woo! All right. So then, of course, a lot of people are suspicious that Bruno's very close to Emily, because he is, but whenever anybody says it to him or brings it up to him, Bruno's go-to line about Emily is, I'll just throw the ball around with her. It's really funny. Okay, so then Dallas had a little one-on-one chat with Cindy, which seems so odd because I feel like those two are never alone together. So he was like, I'm targeting Dylan. I wouldn't go after you until like final 6. And he's saying, honestly, I don't see how Emily could be any more beneficial to your game than I could be. And Cindy's just like, okay, cool story, bro. You know, she's over it. She's over it. So then, Cass and Dre were having their nice-ass dinner out by the pool, while everybody else was cleaning the house with toothbrushes. Freaking bucket of soapy water and toothbrushes cleaning the floor. That sucks. So Cass and Dre, they talk about working together a little bit. They mention like Final 5 maybe with like William, because Dre and William have the French connection. Gary, are you done? And I think there was some mention of Ika, but then they're like, I don't know. I think there might have been a mention of Jackie, but definitely William and Gary. So then Cass starts talking about this week. She's pushing for Emily to go and for Dallas to stay. And Dre agrees with her. I'm not sure here what Dre is actually thinking, but at this point she's telling Cass, like, yes, we should keep Dallas. So Dre also keeps saying, we should just vote with the house if we can't get the votes to save Dallas. So that's making me think, like, she wants Dallas to go, but who freaking knows at this point? All right, so Emily is still on the campaign trail. Now she took this to a whole nother level. She is now telling people that Dylan and Dallas, dilly-dally, knew each other before the show. What? She's like, their fight yesterday was fake, and she told Ika and Karen this. She told Bruno and Kevin, so she's spreading it around the whole house, and it's definitely believable that this fight could have been fake, which it wasn't, but, you know, there's a lot of people thinking that it could have been because they were already suspicious about it. Now she's telling everybody that it was fake, and she's really close to Dylan, so it's freaking people out. And Dallas is just like, wait, what? But I want to know, like, where did she get them knowing each other before the game thing? I want to hear more about that. Is it true or what? So then Dallas is still making the rounds, and you know, there's some votes that Dallas is for sure not going to get. He's not going to get Dylan's vote because he's really close with Emily. Chances are he wouldn't get Karen's vote because Karen and Dallas are like oil and water. So Dallas decides he's going to make a courtesy campaign stop with Karen anyway, just, you know, out of respect. Which, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because it would be kind of shitty if he just didn't talk to her at all. So he's like, Karen, I want you to know I'm not coming after you anymore. Dylan is my target. So then Karen's like, yeah, was that fight for real though? Because she's really skeptical about it. Emily told her that it was fake. So she's like, I saw you guys like cooking dinner after the fight. What's going on here? So Dallas is like, no, it was 100% real. Like, I swear to you, I swear. But Karen also brings up she's not happy about the things that she's heard Dallas has said about her. Right? And he's just like, I'm sorry, Karen. I'm sorry. I'm not coming after you. I'm going for Dylan. All right, let's leave that aside. On another note, new alliance alert. It's called The Leftovers, and it is Dre, Jackie, and William. Who are these people? Dre, okay, we've seen a bit of Dre, but freaking Jackie's showing up out of nowhere. But William? Who's that? I mean, we've barely seen any of William. You know what I've seen of William? I've seen him cuddling a little bit with Kevin when they were drunk, and I saw William and Dre speaking French all the time, and I have no idea what the hell they're saying. Alright, well now they have this alliance together, and they feel pretty good about it because they're all in with their own little vets. You know, they feel pretty good about that. Whatever. I just can't believe that this is like the first real newbie alliance that we're seeing being solidified. Like, what the hell, newbies? Get your shit together. Alright, so then some late night chatter. Ika was talking to Dimitri. She was breaking down the first week for him, and she was letting him know the vets were split last week on who to keep. She's like, obviously, I wanted you to stay. But she's saying, like, Netta and Cindy wanted Mark to stay. Kevin and Dallas were freaking crying about how much they wanted Mark to stay. Sad. And, Cass also wanted Dimitri to stay, but she's like, Cass wanted to keep you for selfish reasons. What's an unselfish reason? I don't know. I feel like everybody would want to keep someone for selfish reasons, right? Like, to help your game out. Why else would you want to keep someone? Like, what? But anyway, she's saying a lot of the vets were freaked out because Cass wanted to keep Dimitri. They thought that she was going to use him against them. So that's, like, another reason why they wanted him out. But yeah, she kind of like sold out her closest allies a little bit, right? Like Netta and Cindy. I mean, they did end up voting to keep him, but still, like, she's definitely positioning herself to be the closest out of all of them to Dimitri. Alright, so today, Dallas was still running around campaigning. It's the same stuff we've heard. He's telling everyone the fight was 100% real! But other than that, it was a pretty chill day compared to the rest of this week. The house guests were trying to soak up the sun while they could out by the hot tub. They were also playing games like 20 Questions. I mean, it really was a chill day compared to the rest of the week. But you know it's going to get crazy with the eviction coming up. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who should go home this week? And until next time, much love.